Mr. Turbo 458. I'm bringing you another Paydirt review. Kind of smells weird. This time it's on the Christine Rose concentrates from Kougarok. I think it's Kougarok, I'm not sure. There's the information right there. It says 1 pound of authentic gold bearing concentrates from the, I cannot pronounce their family name, I'm sorry. I won't try and butcher that. Bering Sea mining operations, proudly made in Nome, Alaska. Now, the post on this says you might find 50 cal bullets. Apparently it's by an old military installment from World War II. Also, in the other reviews I've seen on YouTube of this, it seems to be very, very fine gold, which sounds about right. I heard it has beach sands in it as well. So, could be a little challenging. If it gets too challenging, we're just going to put it in our blue bowl and let that do the work for us. It's kind of cheating, but what the heck, right? That being said, this was $24.99 for a 1 pound bag. We'll see what the return of investment is. Although, I'm just going to tell you this right now, if you're buying this for return of investment because you want to make a profit, it's probably not the smartest move in the world. You're probably better off just buying gold, because they're running a business as well. So, yeah, you paid $24.99 for it. You might get $24.99 worth of gold, possibly. However, if you only get $5 worth of gold, the rest is profit that goes to the company. It's a pretty smart business marketing idea, if you ask me, selling dirt with a little bit of gold in it. However, that's not the purpose. The purpose of buying something like this is for fun and practicing your gold panning techniques. Also, if you live in a non-gold bearing area, like, let's see, if you're in Texas, for instance, you know who I'm talking to. You could buy some of this and pan it out in your kitchen, your backyard, and you could kind of make a fun adventure of it. So, that being said, let's get on to panning it. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to try something a little different today. We're going to open it up. It has a nice tear open design. We don't have to play with scissors or knives. It's always good. And it's got like a Ziploc bag here. That's kind of cool. Show you there. It's kind of dark. I got this at a thrift store, and believe it or not, this goes to a fryer of some kind, like an electric fryer that you'd put on your countertop. Now, what I noticed straight away on it is that it's about 1/8 of an inch classification size. We're going to try this out. So we're going to dump our dirt straight into this. Kind of a cool dirt. Oh, I guess they weren't lying about finding metal in it. There's a rusty old nail. It's kind of a black colored gravelly, sandy type dirt. There's a seashell in here, and it looks like it came off of that. That's kind of neat. This is kind of an interesting classifier. It was only like $1, so I figured, what the heck, let's give it a shot. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and run it through our minus whatever the heck this size is after we go through our plus 1/8 inch or so. Okay guys, in the deep fry classifier, in that I kind of sifted through it real fast just to see if there were any big nuggets. I didn't see anything, but I'm gonna pan it out just to make sure. But I did find some pretty cool stuff. These are all garnets right here. This one's pretty big actually, and I think there might be some other bigger ones in there. Found a rusty nail, seashell, and then this is all pyrite over here. I'm pretty sure it's pyrite. It's got like a goldish color, but it's very angular in its structures. This piece is pretty cool. It's very squared. You can see the facet on it. It's kind of neat, but that's all we found so far in the plus 1/8 inch. So just to recap, what we did was ran the Paydirt through about 1/8 of an inch classifier, which is all in this pan. So then we took that, and then what we did was poured it through this minus whatever the heck this is. I'm guessing this is probably around a 50 mesh maybe, I'm guessing. I'll have to measure it out. But we put all the dirt through that, and this is our plus whatever the heck that is. And I just spilled some. And here's the minus. Now, in one of my old jobs, we used to make fake moon dust for NASA, and it looked something like that. Obviously, it was a lot finer than this, but this is some pretty fine stuff. So I'm kind of thinking that we should just run all this through the blue bowl and not even try and pan it. If you're new to panning, I probably wouldn't attempt panning that. It's pretty fine stuff, and I'll bet there's a ton of fine gold in it. If not a ton, there is fine gold in it. We're gonna pan this out first. In the plus 1/8 inch classifier, we found nothing. So we're just gonna pan this out. This is mostly like small rocks. It's kind of just like gravelly. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully we got something in there, right? So I don't see anything. So I'm assuming if there's any gold, it's all in the very, it's gonna be in the very fine category. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna dump this in, and we're just gonna get it wet and attempt to wash the sand out a little bit. And then we're gonna set up our blue bowl and run it through that. And when I'm doing that, I'm also going to dump in the concentrates from the other 2 bags of pay dirt that I've done individually to see if I can find anything in those as well. Okay guys, so we got the blue bucket set up here almost. Just wanted to show you what it is. So essentially you have your pump, just a fountain pump from Harbor Freight. It's a creek stone submersible 110 volt pump. Drilled some holes in here so I can get the cord through and the hose, and I have a lid for it that you put on top. It's got a hole crudely cut in it, and then we have our actual blue bowl part here. So essentially this is only a funnel that's just reversed with the tip cut off of it, and then a hole cut in the side, and then you've got your poly line with the valve. Hopefully the valve holds and doesn't leak. I haven't tested this out quite yet, so we're gonna find out though. And we're gonna run our concentrates. There's quite a bit of them. I would say this is the majority of the pay dirt for the Christine Rose. Alright guys, sorry this is so loud. It's very echoey in here. So I'm seeing a ton of fine gold. This is kind of a boring process, but at least this does it for you. You can see how it's kind of creating a star shape there. And what it's doing essentially is all your heavies drop out, you know, on the outer edge, and they tend to stay there, just like as when you're panning. And then all of the lighter material gets swept up into the center, and you can kind of see it here. You see a little spiral around the funnel, and that sweeps off all of your black sands and everything, and blonde sands. One thing to note, a lot of the purchased blue bowls have like a ring around here, and then they also have height adjustments for your water level. So I'm kind of just playing it by ear and dialing this in as I go. This is running really slow right now, but that's okay. So can I recommend this pay dirt to beginners? No, I wouldn't recommend it to beginners. This is really fine gold. Granted, there's a bunch of it. I can see it in here. The camera's not really picking it up, so I'm just gonna suck it all out with a snuffer bottle, and then we'll check in once I get it all cleaned up. So here's the gold from our Christine Rose concentrates. Now, this is all incredibly fine. There's a few decent sized flakes on there. Just from the fact of this being so lightweight, this might be the best picture you get until I can lay all of them out together. This is some stupid fine gold. I think flour gold is probably an understatement. I think some of it's actually like powdered sugar gold. It was fun though. but it was very challenging, and there was no gold in anything plus whatever the heck that size is. So, you know, the kitchen strainer that I use, there's nothing above that size. All of this fit through that, and that is all the gold I found. Didn't find any pickers, nothing like that, but I kind of had a suspicion it was going to be all super fine gold anyway. Okay guys, so my ending conclusion of the Kougarok Christine Rose Paydirt is I would probably buy it again. I haven't weighed it up yet, and I'm going to weigh it up in a couple days. And the Nugget Reserve Clunker, the Badger Hoard, and the Christine Rose, I will have weigh up information on all three of those at the same time in one video. So stay tuned for that. This is a really good pay dirt. It's very, very challenging. I would not recommend it to any beginners. If I hadn't had the blue bowl, I would still be panning it out, and quite honestly, just trying to get all the black sand out and regular sand out of that, even from the blue bowl, it took me a couple hours just to do that, and I had the blue bowl. So if you're going to pan this out 1 tablespoon at a time, this will last you a long time for sure. But I really like this dirt. It's pretty cool. I found some awesome garnets, probably some, I would say I found one around the 3/16 of an inch diameter, which is pretty awesome. I don't see many of those out here in Colorado, so usually I'm only seeing like 1/16 inch to I found one close to 3/16, but for the most part they're all small here. So finding something in this dirt was really cool. I hope to bring you a couple of videos from the stream as well. Look out for those, just to kind of show you my high banker setup once again, and just kind of go on a little adventure with you guys. So stay tuned for that. Don't need that anymore. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.